Match day one.
Match day one! Is that what you say? Is that like the
That's
official way?
Yeah, match day one.
Match day one. Atalanta away. Tough game because...
Hang on, you said it wasn't tough.
No, I didn't. I just said it wasn't as tough as you were making out. I know, I did.
It is tough.
It's a tough game because Italian teams are always very difficult on their patch. Atalanta, what I would say is Atalanta had a great season last season, but it was all based. A lot of it was based on one player who has now left. Franchici, I think it was, who's gone to AC Milan. Keshi, sorry, he's left now. I'm not saying they're not a good side. I was just saying that they're not as good a side. He was a big part of what that side was last season. They've started the season. They've played 3 games. They've lost the first 2. I watched them against Napoli, and they were quite good for a while. They were winning. Very stubborn. They don't concede too many goals, and then Napoli scored a few late goals, but absolute crackers as well. So they're not a bad side. They don't concede too many goals as well,
which is great for us.
Yeah, which is
we
great.
Get loads.
Because we're top goal
Free
scorers. Obviously, they won at the weekend. First game back from the international weekend. So it's difficult. It will be difficult because obviously going over there, we're not in obviously great form. The manager's got to move some things about, and you know, you want to get off to the best possible start in the Europa League. You know, it's, you know, you win your first game in any group stage, it sets you up for the rest of the group, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It's a tricky one because it's one of them where you look and go, but we'd be happy with a draw. Given it's a group stage, you'd have to say, yeah, we will be happy with a draw. Get out of there, get a point, get off the mark. But the form we're in, you're kind of thinking, we need to try and get a win from somewhere, because we've got Manchester United on Sunday, which is obviously a very, very difficult game. If you've lost our previous 2 without scoring a goal, this represents, yeah, it could have been easier, but it could have been a lot harder, you know, as well. So, you know, the win for them Sunday will do them the world a good, a bit of confidence, but we've got to build our own confidence, and at the moment we look like we haven't got any. So it's how he's able to create that for Thursday. And I think the key for me, the interesting thing for me, is how he lines up. Yeah. I know these play 3 at the back. We just played 3 at the back at the weekend, and we played a 4. We had the 4, and it was horribly exposed. Yeah. And what was really strange for me, I don't know about you, was for a manager who at times has been quite proactive tactically. I'm quite sure 25 minutes in on Saturday, you could see they just had too much space. So Alderweireld was just switching the play all the time.
It's not just.
So why didn't we just?
Not just against Spurs. It was against Chelsea as well. So we've struggled. We've struggled in the last 2 games playing against 3 at the back, simply because it allows so much room for their wing backs to get forward, and we can't combat that because we don't. Number one, the 3 centre half. If we play 3 at the back, he's been going with the same 3, and I'm sorry, we need Holgate in that 3. We're going to play 3 at the back, and the wing backs are. Baines can't get forward as a wing back anymore. He just can't. It's gone out of his legs to get that far forward. He's become one of those players that is happy just sort of playing as a left back and not going anywhere. I don't think he wants to be a left wing back. And on the other side, if we play Holgate, he doesn't want to go forward either, and we end up playing a 5, and that encourages those wing backs to come on even more. The only difference is that now we've got 5 at the back, and now not only do we encourage the full backs to go, their wing backs to go forward, we encourage the whole of their team to go forward. So it's, for me, I'd love us to be able to play 3 at the back and set up against teams, but we don't have the personnel because, well, we do actually we do have the personnel. The manager just refuses to play them.
I just still think Baines can do that. I think he doesn't overcommit, because he hasn't got anyone either in front of him or covering for behind him. People have stopped plugging holes. If he's going to go, someone's got to plug that gap for him so that he can get back, whether it be a centre back coming out and just getting that space or not. But I think the other side is the issue with the 3 at the back. I think if he's not going to play 3 at the back, then he can't play a narrow 4-3, which ironically is what I think he will play. But I don't think he can play a narrow 4-3-3 because, for all the reasons you've just said, we've seen it with our own eyes. Okay, Chelsea away is a tough game anyway. We could have played 3. We played 3 at the back there last year with the wrong personnel totally and got spanked 5-0. A couple of weeks ago down there, we just never really done anything until Calvert-Lewin come up. You know, Sandro had a half chance that he should have done better with. Right after half time, that might have changed it a little bit. It might have put them on the back foot. It was only until the last 10 minutes we nearly scored a couple of goals, which would have put them under. Saturday with Tottenham, we started off well, but once Ben Davies started pushing on, we were struggling then, and the space was opened up. And I just think if we go there with a 4-3-3 and encourage them to push on to us, it'll be a long night, and we want to be asking them some questions. You were saying in the final word after the thing, we've had 6 shots on target in 4 games in the Premier League, and that should be the first half total. 6 shots on target. You know, it should be. Whether you end up having 25 pot shots, it doesn't matter. You might hit the target 3 or 4 times, they might go in. So we've got to go there, and I think we've almost got to reinvent the way we're playing at the moment, because at the minute we haven't got any way up. You can't tell me he plays like this and this gives us our best performances, because there's been nothing. A bit like last year, we were winning games last year. Lukaku was getting us goals, but when you actually stripped it all down, like Liam Payne, you know, when you done that, you looked, there was nothing under it. There was nothing. You were kind of looking, going, do we have a way of playing, or are we just like?
I think I did a video probably October, maybe in November, and the title of it was, what are we doing? What is our style? Basically, you know, and
yeah, I remember.
He almost, I don't know whether he, I worry about that. I worry that surely when you're buying players, you have a way in your head of how you want to fit them in. I'm sure, surely that's the way. I think there should be a system that accommodates these players, but if he's still searching for that system, then that's a worry to me. Of course, football's fluid. Things happen. You will stumble on things that, you know, Moyes famously stumbled on playing 4-1, 4-1. You know, it just worked. These things can happen, but that's what is going to happen. We've got to either stumble upon it, or he's got to say, you know what, I'm playing a system and I'm going to fit the players that fit into this system, and I'm not going to just shoehorn in, because I think that's a major worry for fans at the moment, is that it does feel like we're shoehorning players into positions that they're not natural in, and then it's taken away from different players' games, whether it be taken away from what Sandro does, or what he has done for his previous clubs, or what Klaassen has done for Ajax, or what Gylfi Sigurdsson was bought for, or what even Wayne Rooney. You're looking at going, well, if everyone's slightly out of position, you're not going to get the best out of any of them.
Not until they get used to playing the way you play, which is what the way you want them to
play.
It's
funny, I've just been playing on the new Pro Evo, and you know that thing where you have a player and you want all your best players in the team, and when you put them into a position that they're not, the rating drops. And that's a very clear way of looking at it. It's like, that's basically what happens in real life. If you put a player out of position, doesn't matter how good they are, you can have a player who's not as good as them, but if they play in that position, that's how football works. That's how it's supposed to work. And I just feel until he starts doing that, but then the problem is you need all your players at a certain level, and is he still striving to get them to that level, you know? And then maybe once he feels like they're all at that level, then he can start swapping and changing. I mean, for all we know, Thursday could be the day it all starts, you know. Thursday, Saturday, Thursday, Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday, and every week we're starting to change. And maybe it's just that so far he's been almost, I mean, I don't like to say throwing games away. I do feel he threw the Chelsea game away. I don't give a monkey's what anyone says about that. I think that was just the end of a tough week, and he just went, put a team out. But I just think that it's been a tough period, and he's just been giving everyone a chance to get to those levels. But, you know, now I think it's got to start. It's got to start clicking properly.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if it is a case of just almost a football manager approach of get a collection of great, he's good, I want to buy him, I'll buy it. He's good, I'll buy him, without going, like, where am I playing him now? Yeah. It's alright having him, but where am I actually going to play him? Or if he's doing the 2 players for every position thing, that's okay as well. If he's going, well, me 2 number 10s are Wayne Rooney and Davy Klaassen, so that's fine, but only one of them plays then. If Gylfi Sigurdsson, because people will say Sigurdsson's a number 10, but if you actually watch him for Swansea, he wasn't. He played along the line. He'd play He come to Goodison, played centre midfield. You know, then he played off the left. Then he was a false 9. You know, he was everywhere, and because of his height and everything, he probably, and because his touch is good, he probably can play as a false 9. Probably be better than Sandro in that role, really, with his back to goal. But I think it's important now we start laying down some positions and going, like, they go there and that's where they play, and this is how we play. And if you come into the team, you play in that position, because that's what we do. Because I just don't, I said this on the other video, a 4-3-3 is really, it should be almost in and out. Your 3 midfield players, you know, one stays central, one pushes right, one pushes left. Your front 3, for it to work, should be a proper flat 3, so they should be hugging the touchline almost, really, or certainly out there. Well, we don't play it like that. We play like 4-3-2-1, really, and that isn't working because we haven't got any width. And like you said before, Baines, but I think Baines can do it if he plays on the halfway line. I think he can do that quite comfortably. But asking him to run from the edge of our box to the corner flag, put deliveries in and get back and do it consistently, he can't. He's 32, he can't do it. He can't do it. The other side is the issue, and whether that be Mason Holgate, because he doesn't really want to go that deep, he wants to defend and he's good at it. Whether it be Cuco Martina, who can't defend but is better going forward. You know, we haven't, and without sounding like a broken record already, we've got a lad that likes to do both, and puts delivery in, and for given with a team that doesn't put any deliveries in the box, just get him in. I've just seen Seamus Coleman on the way here, actually, in his Porsche, you know, and I felt like stopping him and going, how long? When are you back? You know, because to me, at the moment, John Joe Kenny's the closest like prototype that we've got to Coleman, and that's why I think this game,
it's good. I mean,
might be too much because it's Italy away, I don't know, but we're never going to know with the kid. If we have no one else, would Kenny play?
I remember.
No, would we have, if we had no one else, would John Joe Kenny play?
Well, of course he would. So, but I remember when we went to, so I've said this, I remember going to Wolfsburg, I've seen Garber play. He was phenomenal.
Different manager.
But he was phenomenal though.
What's that meant?
He had a great game. He really did. And sometimes you told your kids in, and
then he dropped them.
He did, which was just a massive mistake for an unfit Baines.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's the way it works, and you've got to make those choices. And
well, I remember last season we were at the pre-season game, the last game, and Coleman got in and went off, and Mason Holgate started against Spurs the next week, and then had some good games, you know, played at West Ham.
When he went out the team, a lot of us were saying, well, hang on,
he shouldn't have been taken out, because Seamus wasn't ready. Seamus come back in, it took him a few months to get into the swing of it, so sometimes you would have to play that player. You can't keep looking and going, and I get it, and people will say, but you don't see him every day in training. I don't see John Joe Kenny every day in training, but on the 4-5 times I've seen him, I've looked and gone, looks a good player, this kid, looks like he's ready. And that's an area.
Football's not rocket science. I wish people would stop making it rocket science, because it's not rocket science. If you see a player and you see him and you think he's a good player, and you know what the levels are, then typically you'll know he's a good player.
We've watched football for a long time,
for a very long time,
and okay, there's little intricacies that other people, I don't believe, but people will say, well, he knows more than you, or whatever. But you know, he's doing it, so he pretty technically does know more than me. But there's basic things where you watch and go, he's never going to do it for us, or he isn't as good as him, or he can do a better job than him. And some people will be better at one thing than the other, but I just think now, given the way we had flying wingers, then you'd go, well, alright, Cuco Martina might be, or Holgate might be the right man to play there, or Callum Connolly, or whoever it may be, might do a job there. We haven't got that, so this is a player that Ronald Koeman came out after Swansea and said, we put him on because he's great at putting the ball in the box, and everyone knows it. So, and then didn't play him again. I know we went to the World Cup, so we might have played the week later against Watford, but I'd just give him a go now, because that position at the minute is a problem.
Yeah, and I think this competition is perfect. I know it's not like you're throwing it away, but we've got 6 games, and you want to qualify. But if you win 3, you will qualify. Now, I'm not saying throw 3 away, but if you win 3 and I mean, it's not rocket science. The likes of Lookman and the likes of John Joe Kenny. And Tom Davies as well. Give him more games. Get him. Guess it really got going in the season. I know he started against Man City, but get him going in the season as well. Let's see him kick on from last season. He played for the under-21s a couple of weeks ago, and everyone was raving about him playing in his natural position. Where he feels like he's in charge of the midfield, and I don't think that's happened so far. I just think he's sailing against Man City was just like it was almost like go on and just run around a bit. It felt a bit like that, and against Chelsea it felt like that as well. It's a good chance to give those lads a go, and obviously there's other squad players that need to be given, not squad players in terms of they're just in the squad, but there needs to be that rotation so that we are fresh for the Sunday when we go and play Man United, because that's an important game as well. We don't want to be getting beat for 3 games in a row by 3 big sides. I know that's easy to go, well, they are big sides and it is a giveaway game, but it just looks bad because you don't. It's just one of those periods where you want that. The good feeling to summer has very much disappeared.
Oh, it's gone.
It's got very much gone, hasn't it? And
it's gone. But I think the issue is it was always, you look at it and it was a horrible start.
Yeah, it is
absolutely horrible start when you're trying to build a team. Maybe next summer, next season, this mightn't have been as big a leap as what it is at the moment. And away, Chelsea, City, and United away in 3 of your first 5 games is bad for any team. You know what I mean? It really is bad, and you look at it and go, they're horrendous. And if we lose the 3, well, we didn't lose at City, but if we lose, we'd have lost to Spurs, Chelsea, and United on the run. You look and go, like, all right, we've kind of proven that we're miles behind these teams, and I don't think we're miles behind, but at the moment we look like we're miles behind, and that's the difference. We could play these 3 in December and have good games.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the game.
But at this moment.
That's it. It is a developing team. It's a lot of new players, a lot of things, a lot of new things need to settle down. The biggest thing is we don't look a threat up front because we haven't found a way of scoring goals. We haven't found a way of creating chances. I mean, again, it's all about bedding down players, but it just doesn't. It's just not nice. It's not a nice feeling if we lost again because the pressure then is on these games. Whereas you want to go into these games going, oh, it's a nice. Not almost like, I mean, it is. It is a nice distraction. It's a nice distraction. Listen, if this had been a home, you'd think, oh, this is a nice distraction to the Premier League. But because it's away and it feels like it is a difficult game, and you're going to look against an Italian team, and I don't know when anyone thinks of the standard of Italian football defending wise, they're measly. They're bred on being horrible at the back, and when you're searching for that confidence, and if you're playing away, and if the opposition just get 1 goal, then you think, fucking hell, that's it. They've got 1 goal. We've got to go, and we'd have to score 2 now. And and I think that gets exactly, and I think that gets into players' heads as well. The idea it's an uphill, it's a mountain to climb then, and.
What do you think for third? Do you think we should line up and try and match them 3-5-2?
The only way I'd play 3 at the back if Holgate played, and I think this is a perfect opportunity to play Holgate in a 3. The lad hasn't seen that much football this season. Okay, he made a mistake at Man City, but for the rest of the game he played pretty well. I mean, he frustrated me on the night, because when he got going forward, I thought he made some poor decisions. But again, that's not necessarily his role in the team. And I think if you put him in a 3 at the back, I think you'd see the best of him, because I think we've seen the best of him last season. Because he's not the finished article. I think concentration he's got a little problem on, especially when the ball's in the air. I think he drifts. He lets his player drift off him too easy, and I've seen.
But it's that games though. Because he doesn't play. If you think about it, now he's got into the team, he's got into our first team squad, and he's always in the squad, but he's not necessarily always playing matches.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Therefore, he's training, which is fine, but players go up another level when they're playing games. So
that's what I'm saying. I think he needs to play, and I think when he plays in a 3, that'll be better, because then he's got something like a Keane next. I think it's a perfect 3. That you've got the inexperience or the less experience of a Holgate. You've got more experience of a player like Keane, and then you've got someone like a Jagielka and a Williams at the other end, and you've got the experience.
Got to be Jagielka.
Yeah, well, of course. I'm just being nice. You've got like 3. You've got 3 different generations of player there. Even though Keane's quite young and inexperienced, but he knows how to defend. And I think you've got a good three there. If you get Kenny on one side and Baines on the other, then I think I'd go with that. I think that's what you can look at and think, well, that, you know what? If you're going to play three at the back, that's a good five.
And I think,
you know, with 3 and 2, that's a good setup with a little bit of mixture of youth and experience, and that's what you want. You want a nice blend.
But I also think that then helps the players he's ball further forward.
Yeah.
I do. I really do, because I think he's got to make some decisions. Because, you know, players have got to come in and come out. But I just think it helps Sigurdsson. I think it helps Klassen. I think it helps Rooney. You know, Calvert-Lewin's got to play. So at the minute, we're not creating anything with this 4-3-3. So we need to tear it up almost and start again.
Yeah, and Europe's a good place to. It is a good place to do it, because obviously you're coming against different kind of teams. It's a different pace of game as well, which I think will help us as well. I'm not sure the Italian game or even the European game is as fast as, it's not as relentless. You probably get a little bit more time, and I think for us as well, I think we can, not being the fastest team in the world, the transition can be a little bit easier getting up the pitch, and I think that's where Calvert-Lewin's important, having him up front, holding the ball up, allowing. I mean, I just love the idea of, I love the idea of someone like Calvert-Lewin getting the ball up front, John Joe Kenny bombing down the right, getting the ball into the box, being someone in there. In my head, I think that can work. It's just,
we've seen it on Saturday against Spurs. The times we got round the back of them, we had them all over the place. If we'd have had a Calvert-Lewin in the middle first half when the game was up for grabs, who knows what would have happened. Yeah, of course, if we'd have had Giroud or Benteke, it'd have been even better. But if we'd have had a Calvert-Lewin, because we had 2 great deliveries, and Rooney just almost got on the end of one, and the first one at Sigurdsson put in after a minute, no one was there.
And the thing is, you have someone like Dominic Calvert-Lewin in the middle of the park. I mean, that's what we want to see. It's not, if you put that ball in, he's the kind of kid who go to the back post and just put it back into the middle of the park, and then you've got the likes of like a Rooney or a Klassen or whoever attacking it, a Sandro attacking it, and that's what we've got to get more into. The one we talked about on the final word, and we said about it was the best move of the game for us. It was a lovely little play. Sandro puts it wide, but actually I think the only other player in the box was behind him towards the edge of the box. And you think, no, we should have 2 or 3 players in there at least. 4. If we want things to happen, you can't just rely on.
Well, look at Spurs when they put balls in the box. They're 3 or 4, 5.
You've got to have players who are willing to take the chance, and that hasn't been happening. So, I mean, who's the danger men for these? Because they've got an ex-Middlesbrough player, haven't they?
They've got the Roon, who we were linked with, the Dutch midfield player. He's decent on the ball. They've got Illich, Joseph Illich, who's been knocking around. The Bosnian playmaker. He's quite a good player. And there's Cornelius, who was linked with us a few years ago.
I can't hear the word Cornelius without thinking of Planet of the Apes. I'm sorry, that's just me. It's just
there you go, even your films. But he's a strong, Danish forward. So he scored at the weekend as well. So he's one who we'll have to look out for. But it's a presentable game. It's a game we can win. Of course it is. But it'll be very much how we approach it, and very much I think the first goal's key, because I think if we can get it, I think it'll give us some confidence to build on it.
I think we have to approach this as not a must win, but go and win. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a group stage, so you don't have to worry about the 2-legged system and all that. It's a game, it's a one-off. Go and try and win it, get some points on the board, try and get some confidence, and then set us up for. I mean, because the thing is, right, once we get past Sunday, then the games become a lot more, let's just say, even. Right, they become a lot more even, and as those games are more even, and the team starts to find out what it is, we hopefully should hit a bit of form, or should come into be a lot more of a competitive, watchable side. At least we should start winning games. We really should, for what we've paid out and what we've got on the pitch. We should start winning games, because I'll be honest, right, for the first 20 minutes on Saturday, I looked at us and I went, we look okay today. We look good. We look balanced. You had Martina bombing down the right. You had you had nice interplay in the middle of the park, and I thought we looked up, and then we just went roof. And it just vanished.
It was when they scored, really. I know they just started to exert a little bit of pressure, but it was really when they went ahead. And I think the manner of the goal I think knocked the stuff on that, and I think dare to say it, the fans kind of just went, yeah, that's it now. They took the lead. I think if we'd have got ahead, it'd have been an interesting game.
The fans don't play though, Baz. This is
no. I just mean the whole place.
No.
I mean the whole place. We could play Tottenham in December at Goodison at a different time, and we're bouncing along, and it'd be a totally different atmosphere. Well, I don't blame the support. It's not the fans' fault, but I just mean everyone. And then obviously you feed off them, and then you can see that stupid second goal right on half time, and then you sat there going, just want this over.
No, I just think we have to go there, be positive. It's a European game. It's everyone. It's like starting a new season. Everyone's on zero. You know, the positive effect of going there and beating Atalanta. They're not in their home ground either, are they?
No, playing from
so that will help us. It should help us as well. It's not their home ground as well. We should be able to go there and go, do you know what? We've got good players. We're going to set up to win. We're going to be positive, and we're going to, you know, are Atalanta going to be any better than, say, a Stoke? Are they going to be any better than Man City? Well, of course they're not. You know, we went to Man City and the tactics were set up really well to get to win. So let's be positive. Let's go there and let's go. You know what? We're going to set off in the Europa League positive. Try and get a win. If we don't get a win and we get a draw, then we come back to our place for the next game, and we've got some points on the board.
We've got Limassol at home next in the competition. You know, that's a game you have to win, and I think we will.
And then
you're all after 2 games, you know.
And then we go to Old Trafford. We'll see what happens. If we get beat, we get beat. But then we got the likes of Sunderland, and we got the likes of Bournemouth, and then
Burnley the week after,
and then we'll come, and then Limassol, and hopefully the confidence will start coming through. But hopefully it'll start Thursday, and I do hope that the likes of maybe a Luckman, John Joe Kenny, Holgate playing in a 3, Tom Davies. I hope we start to see these names. Okay, not all of them maybe, but let's just see something a little bit different, and let's not have every new player shoehorned into a system. If Klassen plays, let's have Klassen playing in his position, but not surrounded by other players. You know, if Sigurdsson's playing, let's have him in his true position. If Rooney plays, let's have him in his. That's
why I think he needs to change the shape, because at the minute I think there is that situation where you could see at times on Saturday they were all on in the D in the halfway line, all of them. Rooney, Klassen, Sigurdsson, Sandro was coming, and there was just too many. And when Tottenham strode forward with the ball, they all just cut off into and there was always a pass on. And I think I think he's got to change the way we're playing. And I think it might be going to 3 at the back and trying to stretch the pitch a little bit, maybe. Just
before we finish, obviously we do play Man United on Sunday. That will come into consideration in a way, but does that for me should come into consideration? We should have enough good players now to say, well, Thursday night there's going to be, okay, you're not going to have 2 different 11s, but you're going to have Thursday night, you're going to have some players in some positions that won't play in the positions on Sunday.
I don't know, you know, because I think you're right, but I just think we're still very early in the season. We've got United Sunday, they're playing midweek, aren't they? They've got a Champions League game, and then we've got Sunderland at home, which I expect the likes of Nias to play. I think he'll make it like 8 changes against. I think probably Stecklenberg or Robles will play against them, you know. So I think it'll be that kind of team. So I don't know whether he's better just going, this is what we want to do here on Thursday, and if we do well at Atalanta with that personnel, then there's an argument then to take that to Old Trafford and go, you've done well the other night, let's go again. Maybe one change, maybe we'll just freshen something up, and we'll keep the same formation, we'll play the same way, we've just done well. Because I don't know whether it's going to help if we keep mixing it up, and we've got to get on a little bit of a rhythm.
What I mean is though, for me, I think you're right. I think we've got to nail down a system and stick to it. I think that's the most important thing. We've got to nail down a system and say that's what we're going to play now. You don't see the likes of Chelsea chopping and changing. They've gone to a 3. They like it. They've got players and they play it. Tottenham are now playing a 3. They've just brought this lad in to play at the back.
Sanchez,
you know, they're going to play a 3. You've got. I don't see how chopping and changing systems and players, you're right, is going to help. That doesn't work for me. If you're going to play 3, play a 3. I think a 3 would. I think we've got to look at Holgate and say, you know, him at the back, Keane, and maybe one other, and obviously
Jagielka
for all Williams, and it would be Jagielka for me. But I just think you find a system and start playing it every week, and fit those players in. And this week, this Thursday, you know, Klassen might play, and you know,
and then Tom Davies might do that role.
Schneider might play,
might do, or whatever. Maybe that's it. Because I said to you on the final word just before we finish about Sandro and Klassen needing some time out the team as well. I think it's easier to bring them into the team if you have got that system, that way of playing. If we were playing 3 at the back, a 3-5-2, not a 3-4-3, a 3-5-2, then I think Sandro can go in and play alongside Calvert-Lewin, because he hasn't got to be the person that's showing all the time. Let Calvert-Lewin get the flicks, let him take it. You get ready to get on your bike, or you come off it and pick the ball up where you can have, because he wants to have the shot. But if you're the centre forward that's having to come, receive, turn, run, they're going to be able to smash you. Whereas if you're the centre forward that's peeling off and he's laying it off to you, you can have that shot, because he's got that snapshot. We've seen it with Malaga. So Thursday should be like almost like day one for me. Let's start again. We tried something, it hasn't really worked. Let's go again from there and see what happens.
Definitely. Yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Are you confident of this game? I mean, how do you think we should set up? And you know, do you think this should be just almost like, there might be people out there thinking, well, we should just play a scratch 11 and it all should be on Sunday? Or do you think the other way and think we should play our strongest team, or mix and match? Just let us know, let us know your thoughts on what formation, and should we stick to it, and just what players should be in and what players should be out. Let us know your thoughts in the comment. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to Patreon, get over there and do it. £3 a month. It is sound. That's all I'm going to say. There's no hard sell here. It's just sound. You just get more videos. And if you like what we're doing, then why wouldn't you want more videos? I don't know. Thanks for watching Toffee TV. We'll see you later.